So if you see today the topic is like almost everything in JavaScript is an object. What does it mean? So we know object is an object, but how can we say that almost everything is an object? Yes, by end of if you watch this video end of by end you will understand, you will get the clarity. So okay, let's I will show you practically why everything like I'm not saying like everything, it's like almost everything. That means around 90% things are in JavaScript are objects only. So first of all, okay, what is an object? Then how can we correlate with all the things? So already we are learning things from last few weeks about this JavaScript and we will learn how to create objects also. Suppose if you're completely beginner, I'm just creating a simple object and let's discuss about like with how we can say strings are also indirectly an object, how numbers also indirectly are an object. Let's say, so I'm just creating a very object like var, okay, player, okay, player. I'm writing the first name is Messi. So yesterday in the World Cup they won the match and they enter into the second round, right? If you allow Messi, obviously you have already watched the match. So maybe he's 34 or 35, I'm not wrong, age and the location, suppose from where he, so it's like Argentina. Okay. So, and we know, right, we can add some methods also. So you can say like get details. So if you want to see all the details of a player, you can create a function. So we understand that if you want to read the properties of the same object, we can go like this. So you can do console.log. Observe carefully. So console.log. This means it is referring because you are inside the object. You are inside the object of inside the method. So if you just declare a function like a key value pair, then we can call this get details is a method of this object called player. So that inside you can access your own properties with the help of this keyword. So this dot first name and I'm just doing a concatenation with a string and then this dot uh, location and even you can say um, plus this dot age. Okay, so if you want to see the details, one thing you can do console.log a player. So you will see the output. Just open that web page in the browser and right click, inspect. In the console, you will see the object. Okay, age 34, first name Messi. Get details is a method of that object called a player. Okay, so if you want to read the properties, you can do console.log console.log player dot the first name so that you will get the first name only. And if you need console.log, suppose if you want to read only the location, so what you can do player dot the location. If you just mention that property name, definitely you can see the details. So just refresh. So you will see you got the first name, you got the location. This is already we have learned. And if you want to invoke this method, because it's already console, right? So whenever you see the console.log inside the method or inside the function, you no need to use console again. So here player one dot get details, so you're invoking the function so that this get details will execute the statement. Sometimes if you're returning those details, it's better to provide, it's mandatory, you should store that return details into some variable in the global scope. You can proceed. So player dot get details, what you will see, the refresh, you will get a Messi Argentina and 34. So this is what already we have learned. So here, observe carefully, whenever I'm writing like console or even, so just if you are trying to read anything from an object called player, we just do a dot VS Code, this VS Code editor showing some details like this. Okay, even if you are doing practice, it doesn't show in the notepad or something, it will show in the VS Code. If you see age, the first name, and get details and location. So these are properties of the player. So remaining things like console, log, player, some ABC, you are able to see that these are not properties. It's just like suppose if you just try to type something, sometimes it will show whatever you are trying to do. But if it is a method or a property, so if you see player dot age, first name, get details and location, you are able to see things in you. It is showing some different icon here. So that means that this age is a property of a player. It's like a like thumb. It's not a rule like simply you should remember that if you are able to see something like this, that that means this is an object, right? It has some properties or methods. Get details is the method. So if you just see get details, and if you just mouse hover, you will see get details like, so it's showing like a method. So how can we justify that? We are saying that almost everything in JavaScript is a object. Let's see. Now we can start from strings. Okay, because if you we have learned from that, if you want to show some information, usually either we will take a string or a number or a boolean. Those are the primarily important data types, right? So where here I'm writing again player name is equal to, here I'm writing Cristiano, okay, Ronaldo, okay, Cristiano Ronaldo. So this is a string, right? So if you want to read the string, if you want to read the string again like this, you can go, okay, I can write here itself. So I can writing console.log the player name, so that it will display the player name. There is no surprise for us that. So just see the output. So it is displaying Cristiano Ronaldo. Okay, apart from that, you didn't provide any kind of information. For player, you have mentioned the first name, age, location, get details, lots of one method is there and three properties are there. But for player name, the data type of this is a string. So even if you want to cross check console.log, if you want to see the data type of any variable, you can write type of and just mention that variable name. This is one way to check the data type. So just refresh. If you see, it's clearly saying that a string. So string is a primitive, right? What is that? Category. We know that we have two categories. One is primitive and another one is a non-primitive. So primitive and another one is non-primitive. primitive. Okay, primitives will store in memory stack, non-primitive will store in heap memory. And here the the basic data types like string is a primitive, number is a primitive, boolean is a primitive, and of course so far we have learned and defined also, that is also a primitive. So in the non-primitive side we have array and object and function. Okay, and if you cross check, okay, the data type of these things are object itself. Okay, object itself. So this is non-primitive, it will store the information in the heap memory. This will deal with a call by reference. This is very very important. Non-primitives, it will take help of a pointer. So of course already we have discussed at least some introduction, have given some introduction, but we are going to learn what is the difference between call by value and call by reference in coming days. This deal with the call by value. So we know that the string, number and boolean and undefined, it's like a simple string. We didn't add any extra information, but here observe carefully. What JavaScript engine is giving lots of features indirectly to this normal string also. So if you see, whenever you try do a player dot, you are able to see age, first name, get details and location. This we know that we have defined. This is the normal object we have created, and these properties also we have created so that it's easy to understand and it makes sense. Okay, but if you see here, even this is a small string player. So if you just do a console.log, suppose if you want to read some information, so I'm writing player name. Even if you put a dot, you are able to see lots of methods. Of course, if you see this, if you are able to see something in a blue color, this kind of a box, it's a length, like a rectangle kind of thing. It's a property. Length is a property, and which it is displaying in this cubic, that those are methods. Okay, in player actually get details is a method, but I'm not sure why it is showing in a blue color. You can cross check. So lots of things. Oh my god. This is not age, console, first name, these are not, but if you see, you are able to see some icon value of trim star, trim and trim, to uppercase, to string, to lowercase. So we didn't create any kind of thing, but JavaScript engine is providing methods and properties for strings also. How it is giving? To understand that, we should understand some advanced concepts like factory functions and prototypes and prototypal inheritance, lots of concepts. Right now we don't need to worry about that, but we should understand that even if you declare a string, even if you store some information as a string, indirectly JavaScript is attaching a lot of methods and properties to help developers. So if you see player name dot, suppose, to uppercase, this is a method. If you're invoking like this is a function call, so how you're invoking player dot get details, it's same, right? So here also player name dot to uppercase, what it will do, it will take this string as an input and it will convert into all uppercase letters and it will return. So that function is already written by a JavaScript engine. So if you see, just refresh. Very good. Console is not a function, so maybe I did some mistake. Yeah, console dot log, save it and just refresh. So if you see, you got that information Cristiano Ronaldo in uppercase. That means it has, even if it is a string, we have some methods and properties. So this is the method. Let's see some property. Suppose console.log player name dot length. So you don't need to write a for loop, or you don't need to break your head to calculate the length of the string. So already whenever it is allocating memory and whenever it is initializing the value in the memory, it will take care. JavaScript engine will take care, and it is adding a lot of properties and method. It is doing all lot of calculation internally, and it is providing that information for us. So player name dot length. So if you see, it's not a method, it's a property. That means the value is already existed before you read the value. So the length is 17. So if you add a few more characters here, like see, like good means is all time great, so that you can call him as a god. So if you see, the number of characters has increased to 22. This is the proof that indirectly string is also an object. Suppose if you are able to see some properties and methods on any variable, whether it is a string or a number or a boolean or something, whatever, you can cross check everything. If you are able to find some methods and properties, that means indirectly it's a object. Okay, let me cross check with students. Are you able to understand or not? Just ping me if you understand. Ping me yes. If you didn't understand, just post me the question what you didn't understand. I will explain. Quick, who are watching the live, understand or yeah, please, if you understand, just tell me yes. Otherwise, ask me the question. I will explain. This is, I'm saying, this is the most important thing. Understood? Okay, one student said yes, two yes. What about remaining two students who are watching this video later time also? You can mention in the comment that I understand what we are discussing in the comment section. Okay, Samir, Sultana, understood? Okay, it's good. Now, so we got the proof that string is also indirectly a object because it is providing some methods and properties. We should learn these things, okay, in like very coming sessions. Now, the same way, I'm declaring another one like var. Suppose how much money Cristiano Ronaldo is earning every year. Suppose with like endorsements or all those things. Like you can say a net worth. I'm not sure actually how much he's earning, but for understand, like for example, I'm saying suppose he's earning like, so everyone wants money, but only few people will do hard work, and very less people will get success. Okay, he's one of the greatest on the earth, especially in sports. So I think I can add few more numbers here. Definitely, total worth of his income. So if you see here, just for understanding purpose only, so here now we are going to play with a number now. So if you want to see the information, console.log net worth, so that what it will display, it will display the whole digit. Like I'm not sure it will give any surprises. Okay, refresh. So it is giving But observe carefully. So here, after putting a dot, we have 2215, like 22155. But we have given very big number. So why it is not displaying? So it is displaying up to this much only, right? Up to this much. Why it is not displaying this? Can anyone guess? Anyone guess? Anyone can guess? That's very important. That is very important. So if you see, I'm storing the numbers like, so okay, 1 minute. I will store like this: 987654321 and 0. Let's see. Of course, this is not relevant to today's topic, but already we are there. So let's. So how many numbers total? 10 digits, right? 10 digits. Okay, fine. It is displaying. After that, again, I'm writing some other digits: 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, how many digits? We have given 9, mm, like digits after that pointer. Even I forgot some terminology in the mathematics. Sorry for that. So if you see, you are able to see 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, okay, 6. Like I think miss 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, right? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. But here it is displaying 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. After that, it is rounded. Like rounded means like, suppose sometimes if you go to any shop, if the cost is 99 rupees, they will take 100 rupees, right? They don't worry about 1 rupee whether you are. So that means it is rounding to the nearest good number. So here it's also like 0, 1, 2, 3 is like is something point 0.5 or something point 0.6. If you cross point 0.7 or 8, so they will give some extra 0.3 or something, and it will make you a number. So but it is displaying up to 3 or 4, 5. So what is the reason behind that? What is the reason behind that? Because exactly it is not showing exactly what I am giving. So up to this point, maybe it will give exactly what is the text, what is the number. Because okay, don't I don't want to trouble you, because even anything, even right, in a C language, int a is equal to 10. So in C language, especially suppose if it is a it depends on a compiler. Suppose 32-bit compiler is there and a 64-bit compiler is there. So for 32-bit compiler, the memory allocation for the int is 2 bytes. Okay, and memory allocation for integer in 64-bit compiler is 4 bytes. So I'm not sure whether you are aware of byte, bit, all this memory, like these basics of computer. Okay, if you don't know, maybe we can conduct some other session. So if you see everything like in C language, it will allocate memory for 2 bytes. 2 byte means for each and every byte we have 8 bits, so it will be a 16 bits. So if you try to store more than 16 bits, it will start giving a wrong results. In the same way, in JavaScript also, for storing the numbers, we have a maximum limit. Okay, maximum limit. So if you give a big number than that maximum limit, so it will give some wrong numbers. Okay, that we can discuss again in a separate session. So, but you should just remember this point and try to go through the documentation somewhere, like what is the maximum number we can store in a variable in JavaScript. Okay, that's assignment for you. So come back to the topic. So here our topic is not to discuss about this. Anyway, we can discuss that in a separate section. So now if you see, I'm just storing some number. So, I'm just saying like 9,876 lakhs or crores. Suppose Lionel Messi has. Suppose here I'm just putting Suppose the 5 6 and a 5 6 and a 5 6. So, but I don't want to display these many digits. These many digits. Suppose if you see, um, just refresh, just refresh. It is displaying 5 6 5 6 5 6. So I don't want to display many digits after that dot. Okay. What we can do? So here net worth and dot. So we have some predefined methods attached to the number also. Number is also a primitive. We didn't write any methods, we didn't write any functions, we didn't write any properties to this simple number. But already JavaScript is providing a lot. So if you see, if you want to convert it to a string, you can convert it. So after converting, if you check the data type, it will be a string that I will show you. But here I'm doing to fixed. So if I do a two digits, what will happen? So it will take only two digits, like it will fix things up to two digits. So 5 6 and 5. So what is the output now? So previously 5 6 5 6 5 6 after the dot, now it is giving 5 7. So what it is doing? So 5 6 is there. After that, because already 5 6 5 7, so it is crosses half of like zero. If it is crossed the 0.5, it will try to round to 57. Suppose if this is like 3556, so it here it is not crossing 5000 or something, so 0.5 percentage. So then what will happen? It should round to 56 only. It should display 56. If we give either 6 or 7 or 8 or 9, it will go on, it will round to the 57. These are the mathematical basics. I'm not sure because I forgot the terminology, that's why I'm trying to explain what I remember. So if you see, still it is showing 57. Oh, sorry, it already is. So if you do a 2, just refresh. So if you see, still it is 56 because this is under 0.5 percentage. So that's what. So because this means we have we have few methods. Okay, maybe strings has many methods. Suppose if you see um, player name dot, so you can find lots of methods and properties. For number we don't have these many, but still number has few methods, so we can say that indirectly a number is also an object, right? This is a proof that this is indirectly, we can say this is the object, we can say that is true. A number also indirectly it is providing lots of at least few methods, still we can say that it is true. Even if you have one property or one method, then we can say that yes, the statement is true. Almost everything in JavaScript is object. So we have done two things and now we can go and check the Boolean. So here I told you that if you convert this thing into a string, so now let me check what is the data type of mm, the network console.log. It's the type of net worth. Okay, and then console.log console.log. So suppose you just convert that into a string. Suppose net worth, yes, I'm putting, so net worth dot to string. So what I'm doing, before storing net worth into net worth s, I'm converting it to a string, so it will convert as a, it will change the data type. So now if you check the data type here, console.log net worth s, and you just mention the, try to read the type of, so obviously it will be a string. Refresh. So if you see, initially that was a number. After doing like dot to string, it has converted to the string. So this is the useful thing. So to string, okay. Even suppose some information is in the string format, but internally if it is a number, you can change the data type from string to a number. So definitely you will find some useful methods, predefined methods in JavaScript. So that is also assignment. Of course, we are going to learn everything while we are doing projects. So this is the proof that number is also indirectly an object. So let me go to the another data type, that is a Boolean. Is Cristiano Ronaldo. Is he the goat? Means greatest of all times, I think, if I'm not wrong. Good. So I'm just putting is obviously so true. Okay, true. Now see, we can try that whether it is an indirectly object or not. So here I'm just doing console.log is he is the goat, so it will display the result like true or false, whatever it is there. So if you see, you got the information as true. So now let's see, is there any methods or functions attached to the boolean also. So I'm just doing console.log. So is he the goat dot. If you are able to see at least one thing after that, like value of, I'm not sure, I didn't use this one, but it has a method. We can cross check later, but it has this boolean also have a method, one method. Even if you have one method attached to that variable, definitely indirectly it's an object, right? So value of, I don't know how to use this one, we can cross check later. Boolean dot value of, what is the meaning of this method? Returns the primitive value of the specified object. So let's see. Dot, I'm not sure about this. I can cross check and I will let you know later. So I will truly, I'm not sure what is the result of this. We can check it out later. So it is also giving a true, but I'm not sure what it is doing exactly. But here, this is the proof that this is also an object because it has one method. It is clearly showing one method that is called value of for the boolean. So it is an object. So anyway, primitives are there. So another one is a boolean. So don't worry, the statement is almost everything, that means 90% of things. But here where I'm displaying some information, he is going to win this World Cup, like World Cup final, he's going to play World Cup final, we don't know, right? So just put, don't assign anything. So then whenever you try to read the value, console.log World Cup finals, he played, I think, World Cup finals, I'm not sure how many they won. So I'm just putting dot here, save, see the output. So if you don't mention any value, this is undefined. But if you try to see any methods or properties attached to that undefined, so if you see, you're not able to see any method or property. So you're not able to see any this kind of icon, right? They're like a property or a method. So here undefined, undefined is not an object. Otherwise, you can say object. Here it is false. Yes, it is false. So we can't say undefined is an object internally. So player name has some methods and properties, so that indirectly it is an object. Number have some methods and properties, so indirectly we can say that it is also an object. Is health good is a true, that's a boolean. Of course it has one or two methods, so with that proof we can say that this is also a we can say this is also a true statement, and for this thing definitely it's false. And now we can go into actual another data types called non-primitives. So let's see, before jumping that, just give me confirmation that are you able to understand, or do you have any questions here? Quick. Understood or not? Who are watching this video later time, you can skip 1 minute so that you can save some time. Are you there? Okay. So like maybe they have some delay. Okay, fine, no problem. Now, whether you watch the video now or later, that is your choice, your fate. Few things you should decide whether you should learn properly or you can postpone it. So now we have done like primitive in the primitives. String is indirectly an object, and number is indirectly an object, and string, it is an object. That statement is true. Number, indirectly it is an object. That is statement is true. Boolean, indirectly it is an object. That is true. For undefined, the statement is false. Okay, now we can go and check arrays and objects and functions. So if it is an object, we know that object itself an object, so that we don't need to prove anything. So now we can go for arrays where marks. So I will store suppose 67, 89, and 68. So if you see, just to do a console.log, console.log marks details. So you will see the list of marks details in the console. So you have 67, 89, and 68. Now let's see, is there any properties or methods attached to the array? So marks. So if you see marks dot, if you put, oh my god, lots of methods are there. Concat, copy within, entries every, filter, find index. So just to understand all these things, it will take 2 3 days minimum. So these many methods are already attached to the array. So values unshift to string, to local string, splice, sort, sum, slice, shift, reverse, reduce, write, push, pop, map. This is the method. This is a property. Only length is the property. Remaining almost everything or the methods of that array. So let's see marks dot length. So this is a proof that this is also indirectly an object. Okay, you will see the length of the array. That means it will return how many items are there in a array. Refresh. So if you see, the thing is length is already calculated while it is initializing in the memory. That is the most important thing. Okay, length is not a method. Length is a property. That means before attaching all these methods and properties to array, already JavaScript engine has calculated a length of an array and it is attached to the array. Okay, so how these are happening? So if you see, there is a special word called prototype. And here array is there. Array, the first letter is a capital letter. It is a great meaning. So string with a small letter has a different meaning. String, if is a capital, it has a different meaning. That's why JavaScript is really confusing. Okay, right now, I'm not going to make you confused. Just leave these things here itself. We can discuss it later. So now you see the length already there. And where are those methods? Push pop. It is not showing anything, right? Where are the methods? Just open it. You're able to see everything. So concat, find these things you didn't, or no one as a developer, we didn't attach these things, right? We didn't attach a length property. We didn't attach any methods to a array. This is happening. This is designed by the JavaScript engine. But whenever it is storing some array into the memory, okay, actual information at the time, it is calculating the length and it is attaching a property for that, and it is attaching these many methods to an array before you utilize the array. That's a great thing. So this is all happening because of this concept called prototype and prototypal inheritance. This is the most interesting concept and most important concept in JavaScript. But if you want to understand this, you need to wait for few more, not only days, few more weeks. Okay, so we can discuss that later, because right now we are in initial stage. We don't need to break our heads now itself. So this is the proof that, and now if you see, we can utilize some beautiful and interesting and useful array methods. So suppose I want to add a new item in the array. So right now we stored only three details, three subjects details, like for example, Telugu, Hindi, and English. I want to add another one. So what I can do? Just marks dot push. This is a method, predefined method. If you give a value like I want 99 marks in the mathematics. So let's see. After that, just try to display your array. Console.log console.log marks. So here I'm just removing these two statement. So initially I have initialized only three marks details. Later, maybe this is at line number 21. You can do this at line number 24 or 2004 or 20004, whatever it is in your JavaScript file. So then it will push a new item into the array. So if you do console.log march, now you will see the array with the four details 67, 89, and 68 and 99, and the length of array has increased by 1. Save and refresh. The boom, 67, 89, 68, and 99. This is the most important thing and interesting thing, right? Suppose you have mentioned 79, 99, suppose 45. So right now we have 6 marks details. By mistake, if you have done 7 details, okay, 7. So I'm just removing this. One thing we understand, push, okay, console.log marks. Now the total, how many marks details are there? 7. So if you see, it's clearly saying the length of an array itself here, the 7. But I want to remove the marks detail because we have only 6 subjects. By mistake, we have added this one. So what you need to do? Simple marks dot pop. If you just do pop, push means it will add a new item, pop means it will remove a new item. But tell me, if I do marks dot pop, whether it will remove 67 or 89. That is also important, right? Whether it is going to remove mass details from the starting array, or it is going to remove from the end. Just ping me in the chat if your answer is like, if it is going to remove 67 means, just ping me start. If your answer is that it is going to remove 89 from the array, your answer is end. Okay, just ping me either start or end quickly. Just guess it. if you don't know exact answer. Okay, Srijan said end. Okay, what about remaining people? What is your guess? Over there in the live, please try to guess what is your choice. So if you see Srijan is 10th class student. Okay, 10th class student is already has given answer. I think many of other students have completed a graduation. At least you should answer, right? You should guess it. Whether it is right or wrong, that is a different thing. Quick. So Ashok said it is going to remove the 89. That means end, right? hmm Very good. Let's see. We can cross check, but everyone just try to give the answer. Samir, what is your guess? Jahnavi, what is your guess? Whether it will remove item from the beginning or end of an array. Okay, we can check now itself. So right now, if you remove 67, that means it is removing from the beginning. If it is removing 89, that means it is going to remove the item in the end. So let's see. So if you see what it gone, 67 is all there. It didn't remove the item from the beginning. The 89 or something gone. So you see which one is gone? 89. That means it is just removing from the end. Okay. Anyway, we are going to discuss a lot about array methods are very very important. Maybe definitely we should spend minimum 2 weeks. What I'm saying, string methods, array methods, whatever it is, already methods which already defined by the JavaScript engine, minimum we should spend 2 or 3 weeks. So this is a proof that arrays also indirectly objects. That statement is true. True. And another one is object itself anyway object, so we don't need to try it. So and one surprisingly, let's cross check for a function. Okay. Oh my God, how function will be a object? I'm not sure. Let's cross check. So I'm saying just to say hello. Otherwise, function addition. Addition. So it will take x comma y as an parameters, and it will calculate. So just simply I'm returning x plus y. Yeah, you can do like this. What it will do, it will calculate x plus y and it will return. So I'm just, let's see. So here console.log, console.log, if you just log only just addition, what will happen? Console.log addition, what it will do, it will give a function syntax like addition x comma y return x plus y. Fantastic. So when you invoke the function, these are different things. Invoking is different. So if you invoke the function, if you give a 5 comma 6, this is invocation. This is invocation. If you invoke, then it will execute the function. If you just do console.log addition, it will give what addition is. It is not going to execute. It is not going to calculate anything. So first statement you got a syntax. Second statement you will get the output as 11. Fantastic. Now just check what is the data type of that addition. Interesting. This is most interesting. So type of addition. See what it is? It is saying data type is as a function only. But normally we say that functions are also object, right? Data type. Of course, yes, it is display of the data type as function, but end of the day, it is object. Let me prove that. So now console.log even function called addition also have methods and properties. So if you see apply, arguments, bind, call, caller, length, name, and prototype, these are properties. And the bind, call, apply, and toString. Oh my God, can we convert a function also as string? What is the need of that? We can learn all these things slowly, no problem. So here the interesting thing is addition dot name. Okay, that means maybe it will return the function name what you have defined. So refresh. So if you see the function name is addition, it is giving. Fantastic. And one more thing, console.log, console.log addition dot arguments. This is a property. Let's see what it will return. Right now, null. But okay, if you just do that inside that, okay, I'm writing here console.log. Okay, console.log this addition dot arguments. Maybe at the time, whenever it is executing the function, at the time, it will take this argument. Like if you give a 5 comma 6 kind of thing, whenever it is just invoking. Hopefully, refresh. So if you see arguments, it is giving, it has two arguments, one is 5 and one is 6. Fantastic. So if you do practice, you'll understand. I think I've taken more than 40 minutes, maybe already you want to leave the session because it's very difficult to listen more than 40 minutes for any student. I know, but don't worry, you can watch it later. So this is a proof that functions also indirectly object that is true. This statement is true. So here string is a true, indirectly number is a true, boolean is true, undefined it's not true, it's a false. But array object it's true, object itself an object. The data type, whenever you try to see the data type, it will give a function, but it will store in the heap memory and it will attach a lot of methods and properties, so that here we can say function data type is object. Okay, but here, okay, if you correlate with Raghu, we can call string also data type of string also object, number also object, boolean also object. But here one small difference is there, because these things are primitives, it will store in the memory stack. You can't change the value. That's why we can't say these are objects directly. These are indirectly, these are the object. But here it will store in the heap memory. We can change, we can attach a new properties. These two things, lot of things are there. So don't try to think too much, but at this point, okay, so simply almost everything in JavaScript. Of course, we have few more things are there. What is that? Null is there, and a big int, some other data type is there, and symbol is also another data type in JavaScript. Okay, we can talk about those things later. So still, even if these three things are not objects, but still statement is valid, right? Almost everything in JavaScript is object, because these are the very, very important things. String, true, like it's an object. Number, yes. Boolean, yes. Array, yes. Object, yes. Function, yes. Only thing is undefined is false. Okay. So if you don't have any methods and properties of any variable of any different kind of a data type, then those are not into this statement, so that it will gone in that almost, right? So that 10%. So this is the proof that everything in JavaScript, like not almost everything in JavaScript is objects. So from tomorrow we are going to learn few more interesting and important array methods, and then from Monday we are going to do some projects with HTML, CSS, and Bootstrap and JavaScript. Okay, it's already 1 hour. Sorry for taking more time today, but it's worth. You can watch later, but please do practice. If you don't do practice, I know, I think you know what will happen. Okay, that's all for today, and see you tomorrow at the same time, 6 o'clock. Bye bye.